Hello friends, this is Amit Ranjan and you are watching your favorite channel Java Mitra. In this video session I will talk about the array in Java. So first one I have is what is an array. So actually an array is a container that holds fixed number of same type of values. If you are creating an array of integer type, then that array can hold only integer type of values and the length of array will be fixed. Here in the picture I have shown you an array with length as 10. It means this array starts from the first index of 0 to the last index of 9 and the value of length will be 10. The value of length is set when the array is created, and after the creation of array the length of array is fixed and hence the array can hold only length number of value in it. All the items stored in array is called element, and each element can be accessed by their index from an array. So if we need to create multiple variables of same type, we can use array instead of those multiple variables. The variable declaration is very easy. First you have to say the data type and then opening and closing a square bracket and then give the name for an array. The data type can be a predefined data type or a user defined data type or any class type. But variable declaration is not sufficient. We have to create an object with the help of either of these steps. The number one is using new operator. The second one is showing you that at the time of creating object I can assign the values. I do not need the size, or we can directly write like the third one where I did not use new operator. So there are three ways we can create an array object. To access an item of an array we need the index, like 0th element of num array. So we have to use index to get value from an array. So let us see by an example that how can we access data from an array with the help of a loop. Let us create a class ABC with a main method. So as we know that we can declare an array like this, but actually this is just a variable declaration and the num array is just a variable having nothing. We have to first create an array and assign it this variable. So let us see how can we do this. And the size of an array will be given in this opening closing a square bracket. So in this way we have created an array, and if we want to see that what our array has value, then we can check it by using system.out.println, and so this will display the 0th value in num array, and similarly we can display values at different index. So let us see the 4 value at 0, 1, 2 and 3rd index of this array. Let us compile and see the value. Compilation done and executing the program. So it shows the value 0. That means if we create an array, it will be set with the default value. So what will happen if we will create a string array? Let us try to display the value at 0th position. So we see it null. That means if it is of class type, it will be initialized by null, and if it is a primitive data type of array, it will hold the default value of those data type. Suppose we create an array of Boolean type. Let me try to see the 0th value of the Boolean type of array. So it's false because the default value for Boolean type of variable is false. Now how to set the value in an array. So just create a loop, and we know that there is a length property of each array object that holds the length of the array. So we can loop till the length of array, and then we can set some value at ith position. Let me declare a variable, and then I am setting values to this array. So now to display all the values, I can do the same loop and then and a tab, so that I can display all the values in the same line. Let us try to compile and so we have all the values on the screen. So in this way we can assign a value in an array, and then we can display or access the value of an array with the help of index. Like here the variable I plays a role to use as an index, and here too. Multidimensional array can be created with the help of multiple opening closing square brackets. To create a two-dimensional array, we can write data type of opening closing square bracket and the name. This is the way to declare a two-dimensional array. But to create an object of array, we need new operator, then data type, and then the size of first dimension and the second dimension. Here I have given a picture to imagine the two-dimensional array, where on the top 0, 1, 2 is the column indices, and 0, 1, 2, 3 on the left side are the row indices, and these are the values. So you can imagine this picture as a two-dimensional array. So let us see how can we set or access data from two-dimensional array. So now let us declare a two-dimensional array. So since we have two-dimensional array, so we need a loop inside loop to see or to set the values. So let us try to display the values. We know that the default values are 0, so all the 3 into 4 is equal to 12 values are there in this array, and all are set as 0. So let us see. I will hold the index for rows. So, and since index starts from 0, so we will say I is less than 3. That means 0, 1, 2 indices. And inside this for loop, we need one more loop to go for the second dimension, that is for column. Suppose I take it as variable j, and it will start from 0 to 3. 0, 1, 2, 3. So j will be less than second dimension size, and then I j plus plus. Now we can see the value of array by giving their rowth position and column position. Let me add a tab to display one row in single line, and removing this print ln to print method. And after each row, after displaying each row, I will add a next line. So let us check the program now. And execute the program. So we see that there is 3 rows and 4 columns. All the data are set to 0. Now let me add a for loop to set these values here. So in this way I have assigned values to array at ith row and jth column, and let us compile and run the program to see the result. So I have shown you that how to assign values and how to access values from a two-dimensional array. Now I have a question for you all. Can we create such type of array where number of rows are fixed 4 but number of columns are variable? Like in 0th row I have only 3 columns, in 1th row I have only 4 columns, in 2th row I have only 2 elements, on 3 I have 6 elements, and on the last one row have only 4 elements. So is it possible to create an array with multi-length for second dimension? And if it is possible, what it will display if I will try to access array at 0th row and 3rd column? If not, then how can we iterate all these values from the array? So in next video I will talk about such array. Is it possible or not? Thanks for watching my video, and please like and share to your friends, and please subscribe to my channel to be with me.